Welcome to session 16 in the series, Are We Being Deceived? Searching for Truth in Religion. I'm Chris Meyer. It's time to bring this series to a close. I cover much more material in my book, but I think we've covered a good bit of it in the video series. I hope what we've discussed has made sense to you. Religion should make sense. It should be simple. It should make us as free as the Creator is free. It should be logical and reasonable because God has blessed us with the ability to reason. It's important to me for you to understand that I'm not trying to sell you on any religion. I'm not trying to coax you away from any religion. My goal in this series and in my book is to provide you with information and discussion that you can use in finding your own spiritual path. Things that you might consider as you choose or reassess your commitment to a particular faith or religion. I'm not offering you a new religion. The ideology that we've discussed is as old as the very first religion that began at a time when man had evolved to a point where he could begin to comprehend the world around him and the idea that there was an order to it all and a purpose for it all. God speaks to us today as God spoke to those very first humans through creation, through the amazing continuity of the universe and the order of life as we experience it. It is an ideology that is echoed over eons of time through the voices of hundreds of prophets, philosophers, and great thinkers. We are here to care for each other and the world where we have been placed for a time. Over 6,000 years ago, Zoroaster said it this way: good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. There is meant to be unity in our world, just as there is unity in the universe. And any religion or ideology that disrupts that unity by claiming exclusivity is acting in contradiction to our intended purpose. God cannot and will not be owned. Is what I've talked about revolutionary or new? No, it's as old as time. So many people before me have articulated these same thoughts. And for as many years, these words have fallen on deaf ears. We still fight wars claiming it's for God. We still sit in churches around the world and worship and then go out into the world and lie and cheat and allow greed and power to destroy our relationships. We still hate and kill as if life has no value. We play at religion with its rituals and emotionalism and quote meaningless scriptures and perform inconsequential ceremonies. And those things make us feel good about ourselves. We feel religious. Tradition is comfortable, so we hold on to it, even though it has been ineffective at making us better people. There is a great irony being acted out in the world today. The very creatures who were created to care for the world are the only ones who have the power to destroy it. And that's exactly what is happening. The words that have been so eloquently spoken by generations of wise men and women are still being ignored. Maybe it's time for another reformation. Maybe it's time to reassess where we are and where we are taking the world. The religions that are prevalent today are the greatest cause of disunity and violence on our planet. Things must change if the human race is to survive. The future lies with the young. Those who have not been indoctrinated into traditional religion. Those are the ones who can see clearly what the future holds if we do not change, if we do not fulfill our purpose and diligently seek unity. I'd like to close this session as I've closed some other sessions with a quote, or in this instance, with a vision. The story is told of Black Elk, an American Indian holy man who had a mystical vision. This is what he saw. Then I was standing on the highest mountain of them all, and round about beneath me was the whole hoop of the world. And while I stood there, I saw more than I can tell, and I understood more than I saw. For I was seeing in a sacred manner the shapes of all things in the Spirit, and the shape of all shapes as they must live together like one being. And I saw that the sacred hoop of my people was one of many hoops that made one circle, wide as daylight and as starlight. And in the center grew one mighty flowering tree to shelter all the children of one mother and one father, and I saw that it was holy.